coked up.
Yeah.
And trying to get the voice down. So I'm walking up, pacing around the beach, like all coked up, knowing that, I'm babe, I'm a pig, I'm babe, I'm a pig. I'm pig. That was my line. I'm going, I'm babe.
And you're high.
Hey, I'm babe, I'm babe. And then they give me a bunch of chicken I got to eat, like a pig, and shove the chicken in my mouth. And I'm going, oh, I'm babe, guys, I like you, I'm babe. The rest of the cast just keeps going, you're a pig, you're a disgusting pig. That's the line in the effing sketch.
Right.
So, it was like the most surreal day of my life.
Right.
So it ends. They rip the prosthetics off me. In the makeup chair, the woman was scared. My knee was moving like 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Right.
Okay, because the time she had to rip the prosthetics off me, I couldn't do coke.
Right.
So I made her stop like 20 times so I could go do coke. I said, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom.
By the way, Bob, you're doing a great job.
I said,
great reveal.
I gotta go to the bathroom again. I gotta go to the bathroom again. And I finally, she ripped the nose off me, and then it was easier, and I went back. So now everyone hates my guts.
Right.
Okay. I get back to the motel, and it's a little awful. Gary, you saw the motel.
Yeah, it's a tiny little place.
Tiny little dive. I finally fall asleep at like 4 a.m., and I got to wake up at 5 a.m.
Right.
Now, I must have slept for an hour, but because I had so much badness in me, coke and everything, I wake up at 5 a.m., get a wake-up call. And it was like, I can only describe it, it was like that scene in The Godfather when the guy has the horse's head and there's blood all over it, and it just keeps going, I wake
Were you
up,
naked with sleeping in the bed?
I fell asleep with just like jockey underwear. It must have just fell out of me. I must have lost my, whatever, I must have lost control. So I wake up, it's on my arm, it's like, because I must have rolled around in it.
Yeah, right.
Like a pig would do.
Right.
Exactly what a pig would do.
Pig on coke.
So I'm going like, oh, what is it? Because at first I really did think it was blood. I'm going,
Did you think also that maybe someone had done this to you out of anger?
Yeah, I was very paranoid, obviously, at the time. So I get up, and it's all over me, and it's all over the bed, and I had rolled in it, and it was just like, it was a mess.
And you smelled, and
I realized, okay, I know what it is now. So
has it ever happened to you before?
No, never.
Never.
And not since, thank the Lord.
You lost control.
Right.
Right.
I did, yeah, a
lot of coke addicts.
Everyone's got a story.
Yeah, I've heard this happen.
No, they don't.
So now I'm going to be late, and I know, it's one of those days where you wake up. It was like what happened to me in Vegas when I woke up the next day and Dana told me about the blackout. I'm going, okay, who hates my guts? Who wants to kill me?
Right.
Like I got to do all this damage control, and now I wake up all by myself in this little dark motel in Malibu, and I realize everyone I'm about to work with. I had another 15-hour day ahead of me, and 3 hours of makeup. Wants to kill me.
Right.
So the depression was insane. I don't know what to do. Somehow my head got me into the shower. I took a steaming hot shower.
Right.
Like I was scorching.
Scrubbing yourself.
Scorching myself with water. I was red. So now I'm late for the set almost. They're knocking on the door. I don't have any time for
what'd you do in the hotel? You just left everything on the bed?
Listen, I didn't have time for a cleanup. I couldn't tell them, look, I need 20 minutes. They wanted to shoot me. And, they have vans waiting to drive the actors to the set.
Right.
And I was the first guy who had to be there because of all the makeup. I didn't know what to do. I took the awful bedspread, and I just threw it over the bed. And
covered it.
Covered it. Go to the set, 3 hours of makeup, deal with, now I had lines with my...
Did you tip the chambermaid?
Listen, no, I just had coke. I just...
Maybe some coke.
Yeah, so I still had, some blow left over. I went back into my little thing, and I got through it. I got through makeup with coke.
Wow.
And then, now listen, I had to do scenes with these people, and they wanted to shoot me. They weren't even talking to me.
They hated you.
In between scenes, my buddy Orlando Jones, who's like a great actor, real talented guy, he was my roommate at the time. He couldn't even talk to me. It was like everybody had their back to me, and it was, and I'm dressed like a pig, and they're recording the pig.
Right.
So I somehow got through the day, and on the way home, I realized that not only did I almost get the assistant director fired, I realized that the room was in one of their names. The room wasn't in my name.
It was in the assistant director's name.
Artie.
Did they complain?
I don't know. No one
ever said anything.
No one ever said anything. And I said, "With the name was the room in our actors' names?" And they said no. You know, they booked them under their own. You know.
Wow.
So I got back and I had a few days off, thank God, and I
Clean up.
I drove down to San Diego by myself and got my head straight when I got off the blow, and finally in like a week they were talking to me again, and you know they were like,
Things got straight. Jenks, what is it?
And now look at him today.
Yes, Captain.
Howard, I'm sitting here listening to the story. I'm laughing like nobody's business, and I hear this loud bang out front of my house, and I go out and there's cars lined up to like make a right onto the street in front of my house, and a guy had slammed his car into the car in front of him while he was waiting to make a right turn, and I go out there and look, and he's got the show on, and the guy's standing outside the car and laughing.
Hey, you caused the car
I'm
accident.
glad I could help him out.
Yes, Frosty.
Yeah, I just want to say this is the funniest guy I've ever heard in my life.
There you go.
I keep picturing him coming back to the set with the hole dug in the pig nose.
It was on the bottom of it, and the woman fixed it. She said she thought it was melting because it was hot.
Richie, you're on the air.
Hey, great show, Artie, but he's not such a heavy drinker. He's tossing drinks away during the show. I gave him Jägermeister.
Dude,
I'm a German too for Jägermeister.
Yeah, he doesn't drink Jägermeister. An Artie fan would know that.
This was the show in L.A. Ask Gary. I did 11 shots. The guy gave me a Jaeger. And as a joke,
you
I
hated
threw
the
it.
Jaeger.
Yeah. Well, hey, Bob, great staff revelation. Again, you've done it.
Thank you, sir.
Proving your worth.
And I told Levy that story. We were drunk at a club called Zany.
You must have been laughing your ass
Oh
off.
my God, he's got the best. I mean, when we just drink, he just comes up with stories.
That's so
like,
great.
Oh my God,
That's so great.
This is a movie.
Yeah, Jason, you're on the air.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Hey.
I was just on 34th Street and 2nd Avenue listening to this last bit. It was pretty hysterical. I'm with the windows down laughing, and who comes walking up to right in front of my car? It's like Kevin Bacon with his headphones on. So you listening to this too, laughing? And that's what he was. He was listening to your show also.
How you doing, Kevin?
I love you, Kevin. Baby.
All right, there you go.
That's funny.
All right, hey, Bob Levy, brought to you by Trim Spa, actually, because
Thanks, Trim Spa.
1-800-TRIM-SPA or trimspa.com. Bob Levy, of course, trying for John's job, and he needs the job because he's getting a divorce and he needs the
I'll
money.
be homeless very soon.
We got to take a break.
But can I just say to all the producers in Hollywood, I'm off coke. So
Yeah.
You can hire me.
He's totally responsible.
I wouldn't do that again.
He shows up every day here.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back right after these words.
The band Internal Neurotic Universe, INU for short,